You think saving money is making you rich, but what if I tell you, the money sitting safely in your bank account might be the reason you stay behind? Millions of people work hard, earn money, save for years, and still feel like they are not moving forward. Because they learned how to protect money, but nobody taught them how to make money grow. The difference between saving and investing can decide whether your money sleeps or works for your future. Most people believe they are doing the right thing with money. They work hard. They earn a salary. They save a portion of it every month. And they feel responsible. After all, that is what we have been taught since childhood. Save your money. Don't waste it. Put it in the bank. Keep it safe. And to be fair, there is nothing wrong with saving. Saving is important. Everyone should have emergency money. Everyone should have a financial cushion. Everyone should have money available for unexpected situations. The problem begins when people believe saving alone is enough. Because saving and investing are not the same thing. One protects money, the other grows money. And understanding this difference can completely change your financial future. Imagine two friends starting their careers on the same day. Both earn the same salary, both live in the same city, both have similar expenses, and both decide to be financially responsible. The first friend saves every extra dollar he earns. He puts it into a bank account. Every month he feels proud because the number keeps growing. 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. Year after year, the account becomes larger. Now let's look at the second friend. He also saves money. But he does something different. Instead of keeping all his money sitting still, he invests part of it. At first, the difference between the two friends seems tiny. In fact, it might not seem like there is any difference at all. Both are working. Both are saving. Both are making smart decisions. But time changes everything. 5 years later, the first friend has money. The second friend has money that has been working. 10 years later, the difference becomes larger. 20 years later, the gap can become enormous. Why? Because money can do something most people never fully understand. Money can reproduce, not literally, but financially. Money can create more money. And then that new money can create even more money. This is called compound growth. And compound growth is one of the most powerful forces in personal finance. Imagine a snowball. You place a tiny snowball at the top of a hill. At first it looks small, almost insignificant. You could hold it in one hand. But then it starts rolling. As it rolls, it collects more snow. It becomes bigger, then even bigger, then bigger again. Eventually the snowball becomes massive. The interesting part is this: the biggest growth happens near the end, not at the beginning. Investing works exactly the same way. In the early years, growth looks slow. Sometimes it looks boring. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening. Many people quit during this stage. They become impatient. They want immediate results. They want proof. They want fast success. But wealth is usually built quietly, slowly, consistently, over long periods of time. This is where most people make a huge mistake. They think, I'll start investing when I make more money. But that thinking often delays wealth for years. Because the biggest advantage in investing is not how much money you start with, it is how early you start. A person who starts investing a small amount at age 25 may end up with more wealth than someone who starts investing a much larger amount at age 40. Not because they are smarter, not because they earn more, but because they gave their money more time to grow. Time is the secret ingredient, yet most people underestimate it. Now let's talk about another hidden problem. Inflation. Inflation is one of the biggest reasons saving alone can make you feel stuck. Inflation means prices rise over time. The food you buy today becomes more expensive. The rent you pay today becomes more expensive. The house you dream about buying becomes more expensive. The same amount of money buys less than it used to. Imagine keeping cash under your mattress for 20 years. The money is still there. Nobody stole it. The number has not changed. But what that money can buy has changed dramatically. That is the danger. You see the same amount, but its purchasing power quietly shrinks. This is why people sometimes feel confused. They think, I saved for years. I worked hard. I did everything right. So why do I still feel behind? Often the answer is simple. Their money was protected, but it was not growing fast enough. Saving wins against spending, but investing wins against inflation. That does not mean you should stop saving. Saving is essential. Think of savings as your financial safety helmet. You hope you never need it. But when something unexpected happens, you are glad it exists. A medical emergency, a job loss, a car repair, a family crisis. Savings provide protection. Investments provide growth. You need both. The smartest people understand that these two tools have different jobs. Savings are for short-term security. Investments are for long-term wealth. The problem happens when people try to use one tool for everything. Imagine trying to build an entire house using only a hammer. A hammer is useful, but it cannot do every job. Money works the same way. Saving is useful, but it cannot do every job. Another mistake people make is believing investing is only for rich people. This belief keeps millions of people stuck. They think, investing is for millionaires. Investing is for experts. Investing is for people with lots of money. But almost every wealthy investor started somewhere. Most did not begin with millions. They began with small amounts. What made the difference was consistency. They kept going, month after month, year after year. While other people were waiting for the perfect time, they were building habits. And habits often create wealth more effectively than luck. Think about it this way. If someone handed you 10 workers and told you they could work for you every day, would you make them sit in a room doing nothing? Of course not. You would want them producing value. You would want them creating results. Money is similar. Every dollar you own is like a tiny worker. You can keep that worker sitting still, or you can put that worker to work. The goal is not to make risky decisions. The goal is to make intelligent decisions. The goal is not to become rich next month. The goal is to slowly increase your financial strength over time. That is how real wealth is usually built. Not through magic, not through shortcuts, not through overnight success, but through patience, consistency, discipline, and time. The truth is, most people focus too much on earning money, and not enough on what happens after they earn it. Two people can earn the exact same salary, yet one becomes financially free, and the other struggles forever. The difference is often not income. The difference is behavior. One spends first and thinks later. The other plans first and spends later. One sees money as something to consume. The other sees money as a tool. And tools create results. The most important financial lesson is not how to earn money. It is how to make money work for you. Because there will always be a limit to how many hours you can work. But there is no limit to how long your money can work. Even while you sleep, even while you travel, even while you spend time with family. Money can continue working. That is the power of investing. Saving gives you safety. Investing gives you growth. And financial success comes from knowing when to use each one. The goal is not saving versus investing. The goal is understanding that both matter. Save for protection. Invest for progress. Save for emergencies. Invest for the future. Save to survive. Invest to thrive. Because years from now, your future self will not care about every small sacrifice you made. Your future self will care about the opportunities those sacrifices created. And that opportunity begins the moment you stop asking, how much money do I have? And start asking, what is my money doing for me right now? That single question can change everything.